Good morning, Stanton. Today we are going to learn about how to both leave and find your ship from Lorville on Hurston, as well as when coming in for a landing, how to land at Hurston. If you want to know a little bit more about controlling your ship and more of the gameplay features, a little bit more of a how-to, look at any of my other tutorials, but this one is mainly for if you've never been to this location, or even if you're new and you're starting out and you just want to know where's my ship, how do I get to my ship, how do I start exploring this game, and you've chose Lorville as your starting location. Just follow along here and I will be fairly quick as I'm going through this. This is a fairly short video. So when you start out, you're going to be starting out in bed, and just holding down Y will get you out of your bed. Once out of your bed, you're in a little hab, like a little apartment. Using F and clicking on anything like the door while I'd open the door. Now you're starting in a hab location where you're either downstairs or upstairs. If you're downstairs, you're going to have to come up to the second floor, and the opposite wall from the windows, you're going to find an elevator on the second floor. Now we're actually on the fourth floor, so each floor is 2 levels. So you can see here that we are on floor 4, goes up to 6, but we're going to go to the ground floor. So again, holding F, using the mouse wheel to scroll and click, you can get the elevator to bring you to the ground floor. Once the doors open up, you're going to basically be sticking to the left. So we're taking a left turn here, and then we're kind of hugging this left wall. You're going to see outside a bit, and you can see that's actually the spaceport right over there that we're going to be heading towards, but we're going to have to actually take a train to get there. So again, sticking to the left wall, we're going up here along this side, and turning left again, lots of lefts. Go up this little staircase here. You can see it says Metro Center above. That is where we're heading. We're heading towards that sign there. So coming down here, if you want, you can actually look. There's a little bit of a map there to kind of show you if you want to explore this area, find some of the different shops and things that are around. But we are heading towards where you see it says to City Gates and to Taste Spaceport. So City Gates are to the right. And if you look here, it says Perimeter Line as opposed to Spaceport Line. Now Perimeter Line is where you'd go if you have a ground vehicle. So if you have a ground vehicle, you can go to any of these gates here for the perimeter line. You can see there's 1 to 6, so you can go gates 1 to 3, 4 to 6. So you can see here the gates from an aerial view showing where each gate is, and these are where you would have ground vehicles. But we are going to go to the left. Again, remember staying to the left, and we're going to get on to one of the trams. This one's arriving in about 15 seconds. Now we have a person here. I think another person shows up to the left while I was doing this. Yep, there they are. So we have other players here, and they're waiting to get on the trams as well. So these trams usually come about once a minute. So if you miss one, don't worry about it. Just wait here and another one will show up. So this tram here will take you to the spaceport. So you just sit on here, the doors will eventually close. You get to enjoy the view out the window looking at Hurston, whether it's daytime or nighttime. You can kind of see over a bit of the city as we head towards the spaceport.
Be considerate of your fellow travelers. Do not lock doors. Next stop, Metro Center.
So I've jumped ahead here. We are now entering the spaceport. This is the end of the tram. You can see a little sign showing you where the exit is. Follow the exit signs. Now these kind of look like I'm sneaking through a bunch of areas, but they're pretty much self-explanatory. There's really only one way to go. Now if you go towards this one, you're going to get on another train, the Central Business District. That is where you're going to sell items. So if you have things in your ship cargo hold that you need to sell, or you want to buy some items, that's where you'd go. It'd be another train ride. But we're going to keep going through here, going through the customs and security checkpoints. Just keep going up until you find a staircase going up. Now you know you're on the right track when that staircase above it, you can see these like triangular lights, and it also say welcome to the terminal. So here we're going to one of these. These are known as the Esop Terminals. So F, and then click on it while holding F and choose your ship. Once you decide what ship you're going to take out, you're going to click on retrieve. If you need to claim a ship that's been destroyed, this is where you can do that as well. So once it's claimed, or once it's pulled out of storage, it's going to tell you what hangar it is. That is hangar 9. You can also see a little mark has shown up, and we're going to go over to the window. And you can see it's showing Hangar 9, and that's Hangar 9 right there. We're looking at the spaceport, so if some other player is standing at this window and you take off, they'll see you come out of there. So, from the Esop Terminals, you're actually going to continue on past New Deal, which is a ship sail location. We're going to where it says elevators to hangars. So elevators to hangars, you can see, are a little bit to the left. So we're just going to go around here. Elevators, you can see the arrows there. And we have elevators on both sides, 6 elevators. Any one of them will take you to your location. So you just click on there, hold out F and click. And if you ever forget, you can look, that says Hangar 9 right on there. So go there, hold down F. You can mouse wheel up and down until you find the right hangar. Click. And there we go. We are going to our ship. Once at your ship, you'll see little circles sometimes show up. They'll say ladder access, elevator, ramp access, door. They'll help you find your way in, because all ships are different. So this is the Nomad. It's got this cool ladder. So we're going to climb up into there. Some ships you'll climb right into the cockpit. Other ones you're going to have to go find your pilot seat. So we're going to find the pilot seat, and once we find it, again, hold F and click on the seat when it says enter pilot seat. Now, if your ship has never flown, it's going to be off. This one has flown, so it is currently on. So you just push R, and that will turn your ship on. Now looking there, that box shows your maximum speed. So I'm going to mouse wheel down so that you can't fly too fast while you're just coming out. If you're new to it, you might want to do that. Also, if you have your ship engines off when you landed, you might have to hit I to turn them on. But these ones are all on. So we hit F11, and then Friends, and then Landing Services, and that requested a landing. And so now, above us, the elevator, or the hangar doors are opening. You can also use the landing service on one of the displays if it's showing up, and you know how to use MFDs. You can actually change that. I've hit F4 here, and you can hold down Z, and you can kind of scroll around or move the mouse wheel around to like look at the different angles of the ship. But I just wanted to show you putting the landing gear up, and put your landing gear up, and we are in space here. So here I am holding Z while moving the mouse around so I can kind of pan around on the ship. If you do not hold Z, the ship itself will move as opposed to your view. So we've just kind of pointed up a bit, and we're holding W, and you can use Q and E for roll, S for reverse, A and D for strafe, control for going straight down, space for going straight up. All the different controls are relatively the same for most places. You can see I've mouse wheeled up, so the maximum speed is fairly high. If it goes into the red, that's okay. That just means you don't have the ability to control your turning as much. It's not hurting your engines to be going into the red. Also, my landing gear is up because I've tapped N, and that's pulled my landing gear up. So you have to go up until you can jump. Now you look at the altitude there, we're at about 8,000. We have to get to 9,000. Once we're at 9,000, you can see all those marks have shown up, are yellow now. So to get to the spooling drive, and I spool this up, is you tap B, and that puts on your quantum drive. Once you have a target in place, you can then hold B, and that allows you to fly that target. But what I've done is I've just used that to make sure that I'm far enough away. So we look down now, we can see how high we are over the city. And that is how you leave Lorville. Now if you are coming the other way and you're needing to land at Lorville, you're going to start in space. Now Lorville is a city that you can see from space. Even here, where it's mostly obscured by dust and fog and it's a bit dark, we can see the largest building shining out there. So we need to get closer. So tap B to put your drive on and let it spool up. Now any city you land at, you can see some of these shapes here. We have some hexagons, we have some diamonds. Cities are always that kind of home plate looking 5-sided shape. So we're going to aim at it, we're going to calibrate till we're all the way there. Once we're all the way there, hold down B, and that will bring you into the city to land. So we are now getting closer by using that. You could just fly there, but it's much quicker to use your jump drive. As you can see, a lot of the city was obscured by dust, making it a bit harder to see.
Quantum travel complete.
So now that we're a bit closer, it's a little bit faint, but you can see this box of blue lights that is right in the center there. I'll zoom in a bit and you can see this box, this rectangle. That is the spaceport. That is where you're aiming. So you just want to hold down W and fly towards the spaceport. I'm thinking I might have edited this a bit, so we're not going to be able to have to wait for me to fly all the way there. That little shape that's moving in the bottom, that very bright chevron, is another ship that's taking off and flying away. It's shown up on your scanners. You also notice I've mouse wheeled down to bring my speed a bit slower so that I'm not going too fast. So here we've kind of warped ahead and we're going a bit closer to the spaceport, and it's just had a little message saying please contact ATC To Land has popped up on the top of our screen. So we can hit F11, hit friends, and go landing services, and that's going to request a landing. So we're just requesting a landing, and once their request has been granted, now there's a little symbol there, a little circle with a downward facing chevron. That is our target. That's where we're going to go land our ship. So that's our assigned landing point, and if it's a place that has doors like a hangar or a bay, they're going to open up for us now. So we're just flying towards it. We're using the mouse wheel to control our speed, rolling the mouse wheel up and down if we need to move a little bit faster just to cover some ground, but rolling down so we're not going to get too close. Now the ship I'm in right now is a Mercury Star Runner. It's a fairly large ship, so I want to make sure that I'm coming in nice and flat. So I've tapped N, and that's lowered my landing gear. You can see on the left side there, gear is lit up. That means my landing gear is down. And once I'm coming over the top of this landing hangar, I'm using control to drop straight down. And I'm also using F4 so that I can see the exterior of the ship and make sure that I'm centered and that my wings are not going to hit the entrance as I come through, and just being nice and slow. If at any time the doors start to close on you, just request a landing again and the doors will open up. You can see there I fit in nice and tight, but I fit in maybe a little bit close to that front there, but I backed off. That's fine. Just using control to drop down, and we are in what I would consider to be one of the easiest places to land at, because it's very easy to find the landing point of Lorville. The large building in a big glowing box. Now here you can use this to refill any of the fuel, repair, restock, just by using F1 to open your mobile glass and choose the vehicle services while you're sitting at the landing pad. So I've turned off my engines with I, holding Y, and I'm getting out of my ship. So coming out of the ship, we are right near the elevators here, so just going to use an elevator. Now I really should have closed my hangar, my ramp for my ship, so always remember to close your ramp. But I'm going to go store this, so I didn't really bother at the moment. But you don't want other people running into your ship. Remember to close your doors. So we've come out, and if you've watched the beginning of this video, this is the reverse. So we've come out of the elevators, and we're just going to the terminal. And from there, we're going to store the ship. And then once we've stored the ship, we can go down the steps to your left and head towards the train and head into the city or head towards the central business district. And you are done. You are now at Lorville.